Welcome to Special Stage and welcome to the 2015 REIS Ravenel BTRDA Rally Championship. We're here in Cumbria, a very wintry Cumbria for round 2, the Malcolm Wilson Rally. Crucially, it's Paul Bird country is his home event. Our championship leader will of course be bidding to make it 2 in a row, but he won't have it all his own way. Let's have a look at the competition he faces this weekend.
So Paul Bird is joined by a number of championship regulars. Dave Weston following behind the local driver, second on the road. And it's a return of 2013 champion Ewan Thorburn this weekend, albeit in a borrowed car without his regular co-driver. The win at the first round, of course, means Paul Bird leads the points coming into this round. Hugh Hunter in third after his podium. He isn't here this weekend though. Neither are Nick Elsmore or Damien Cole. So the points at the end of today will probably look very different.
So that's the competition we've got lined up for you. Drama ready to unfold here in Cumbria. It's round 2 of the BTRDA Rally Championship and the crews are just getting started. Let's join them.
2 stages for the crews in this loop and it will be a slippery wake-up call. Paul Bird and Aled Davies come here with confidence, but a little pressure being Paul's home event, but it's a great start with a 5-second lead. A last-minute deal sees Ewan Thorburn take the place of Paul Ben, with Richard Cook alongside, and although a little rusty, it was second place for now. Dave Weston and Kirsty Riddick wouldn't be the only ones finding it slippery, but they managed third place at this stage. And Luke Francis with John Roberts alongside makes his return to the championship on this round. A few mistakes, but they lie in 4th. And it's a better outing for Jim McNeil and Tony Bassett here. They make it to the end of stage 2 at least, in 5th. Current Silver Star champion Matthew Robinson returns with Kim Baker alongside for this weekend, and it will be the ideal start, leading the way by 15 seconds, even if they did have a small moment along the way.
Turn 9 right, don't cut. It's your 9 right, don't cut. And 4 right into 4 left, 40. To caution, turn.
Boyd Kershaw, the flying Kiwi, makes his return to the stages after a long absence, with Mark Fisher alongside. And despite being out of the seat for so long, it was a great start. Like Robinson, it wasn't without its moments, but with slippery conditions, that was going to be the theme of the weekend for many.
60 up, caution, spell crest, 5 right, don't cut. 40.
Round 1 winners Pete Elkins and Andrew Joel make the trip north to see if they can make it 2 from 2. But at this stage, they were going to have to settle for 3rd, although they still had plenty of stages to try and make the difference. Scottish Championship regulars Greg and Chris McKnight join the BTRDA this weekend and make an ideal start in 4th. And for John Ballinger and Mike Wilding, it will be 5th, struggling with the conditions but putting in some good times nonetheless. So after the short opening stages, the results look like this. A rather expected lead for Paul Bird and Matthew Robinson in the Gold and Silver Star, but they had plenty of close competition chasing them hard this weekend. Two more stages then for the crews, including the M Sport Testing Forest in Greystoke. No change in the lead for Paul Bird and Aled Davies. They have a good run in these stages to open up a 15-second advantage now.
All home event, how do you feel?
I've got a sweat on, so yeah, very slippy, but I suppose I'm under a bit of pressure today with being local, so a lot of my mates out watching on the stage there trying to put me off, so yeah, good, but you know, it's going to be a tough rally as all BTRDA are, so just keep it lit.
The rally's still to go. You know these stages quite well, but you'll be pushing hard, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's a short rally, so it's, you know, full gas all the way.
No change either for Ewan Thorburn and Richard Cook. They remain second, but unable to match the pace of Bird through the longer Greystoke stage.
Yeah, that stage wasn't so bad, but the first 2 were quite slippy in places, so quite tricky. Never driven a rally car in 6 months, so it was a good wake-up call this morning. But
Back in an old Focus as well, like you won the championship in.
yeah, that's it. A great car, so yeah, we're enjoying it. So hopefully get down to Grisley. I'll have a push down there. So.
Dave Weston and Kirsty Riddick remain in third, despite not feeling it was their best run in the opening stages. It certainly wasn't a bad start for the pair.
Dave, 4 stages in, is the pressure on?
I've been struggling a wee bit this morning. It was really slippy in the first 2. I think Paul's maybe taking a bit of a time out of us there, but we'll keep going and see how we go.
4 more. Good luck.
Jim McNeil and Tony Bassett gain a place in these stages to lie in 4th, going well and leading the way in the B13 class.
Jim, how are things?
Yeah, pretty good, yeah. We've not had any problems today, which is a bit of a new rarity for us, so yeah.
A bit further than last time.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, hopefully on a new streak now, so enjoyed that anyway.
4 more, what's the plan?
See where we are and keep having a crack. Keep having a go.
Crack, we like that.
Cheers.
That move up the results for McNeil, of course, means a drop down to 5th for Luke Francis and John Roberts. Still settling into the car again this season and just 8 seconds down on McNeil.
How the first 4 gone? You're not even working hard in here.
Oh yeah, we're having a good push. Made a few mistakes on the second stage, but good timing on the first. So we're up there pushing. So hopefully we can hold them off in there. It's a fast stage compared to for the World Rally cars compared to us. So fingers crossed.
You're used to pushing against the World Rally cars, though. You've got 4 left. I presume the plan is keep pushing.
Yeah, well, we'll see where we are at service. This is only the second event this year, so we just want to get a finish. So we'll see what tactics he'll up to.
David Wright and Michael Wilkinson bring the focus out this weekend. Having been in the championship in an Evo in the past, this was going to take some getting used to for the pair. Reminiscent of the Colin McRae era in that colour scheme as well. 6th place for now.
David, it looks like McRae's car. You've been ditch hooking it like McRae.
We're trying not to, trying to keep it in the middle of the road, no damage, but just taking a bit getting used to. It's a big step up really, and a lot of diff settings, suspension settings, so we're feeling
Fantastic looking car.
Yeah, she's a very clean car for its age, so just keep it that way.
Tom Norton and Andy Mort make a good start to the Group N battle, 7th overall and leading the way in the class. But the times were very close in this half of the top 10.
Unfortunate end to last time, Tom, but here you are right back in the fight.
Terrible finish well, we didn't finish last time, but yeah. We're back in the fight now. I've just did with sort of 7 out of Russ on that one, so it's been quite a good fight. Just looking at the
working the car quite hard again. Let's get out of it.
Yeah, all right, thank you.
Stephen Petch and Ian Windress were finding the conditions tricky. The car, of course, not benefiting from the active diffs of the older generation World Rally cars. But 8th place for now was at least only a minute off the pace at the top.
3 right tightens over crest. 60, 3 right over crest. 100 up middle. Care 3 right up into turn 4 right plus, don't cut. 170 up middle flat, 4 left tight, into crest down, into 4 right long through dip, don't cut slippy, and care 6 left long over crest very tight. 40.
Stephen, you're working hard in there.
Yeah, it's hard work this car in these conditions, I tell you. Very slippy out there. Struggling for a lot of traction, to be fair. Obviously it's hasn't got active centre diffs or anything, so it's very all mechanical. It's hard work, good fun but hard work.
You made yourself a challenge, didn't you, getting this new car?
Oh, it is, it's certainly a challenge. Yeah, I will get there eventually, I'm determined on that.
Charlie Payne and Carl Williamson were struggling a little this weekend, compared to the first round at least. A few setup changes before this stage were hoped to improve things, but it's 9th place for now.
Charlie, you fired up for this?
Yeah, fired up for it, yeah, we're going okay. Well, we haven't gone okay, but we're doing all right.
4 stages down, what's the plan for the next half?
Well, we've just changed a little bit to try, everybody will be saying it's slippy, so we just changed the settings before we come in here. We'll see what that does to a few times, but it's slippy.
Wayne Sisson and Neil Shanks bring the new car out for its BTRDA debut. They seem quite happy to round out the top 10 at this stage.
Wayne, new car?
Yeah, going well, I think. Yeah, I'm happy enough, yeah.
4 stages down, what's the plan for the afternoon?
Just keep going as we are, really. I mean, it's all about testing this car today, so yeah, I'm happy
Good luck.
in a minute.
And Russ Thompson and Andy Murphy hadn't been happy with the pace in stage 1, but they soon made amends and picked up the times. 2nd in the Group N fight for now, but there was only 9 seconds in it.
Russ, you're always smiling these days. You must be quite pleased with those 4.
Yeah, especially that last one. Yeah, we're pretty happy. Yeah.
Are you pushing? Have you got any more to go?
Yeah, more to go, but we're trying.
Co-driver's laughing hysterically.
Yeah. But the first one, we just struggled with the car a bit. We just altered a few suspension settings, and then we're all right now. So
4 more to go. Keep laughing.
Cheers.
We always do.
And rounding out the top of the Group N battle were Aaron McClure and Elliot Edmondson, the pair lying third in the class on Aaron's first competitive outing in four-wheel drive.
So this is the new Charger, Aaron.
Yeah, it's a little bit different to what we've been in before, but we're certainly having good fun today in it.
Yeah. You've been out and had a test, so this is a renewed charge as well, is it?
Yeah, we had a small test before. I mean, we're really using this one as a bit of an extended test just to try and get a bit more experience because it's such a long championship. We're just here to get a finish today.
In the Silver Star, there wouldn't be any change for Matthew Robinson and Kim Baker. Their lead was increasing a little, and at least for now, they were keeping out of any trouble.
And it starts again.
Tricky on there, out there. But yeah, we got a little bit of damage where we mounted a bit of a tree in the first one.
You'd got mounting trees out of your system.
Scratched it on the first stage. Yeah, no, that was good. Just the way I like it.
Mounting trees.
No, wet and slippy.
Boyd Kershaw and Mark Fisher would remain second, still going well, but having a few small moments along the way. The return to the stages for Boyd was certainly going well, especially with local man Mark Fisher alongside, and the pair settling just 38 seconds behind Robinson now.
Bang! Square right. 5 right. 5 right. Yep. 60. Caution 3 right over crest. 5 left. Don't cut. Into 3 right. Stay middle. 80 turn square left and split.
Boyd, the long-awaited return of the Flying Kiwi. How's it gone?
Yeah, it's just trying to get back into it really. It's awesome though. Yeah. That stage was fantastic. Went up on a bank, but you know, just getting used to it again.
The old Boyd back?
Not yet. One more stage.
Yeah.
Pete Elkins and Andrew Joel may have taken the win last time out, but this weekend wasn't quite going their way. A big moment in stage 4 almost catches the pair out, but they survive to get to the end of the stage in third.
Brimming with confidence, no doubt, after last time.
We're struggling like hell today, unfortunately. We can't, the car won't turn in. I don't know, we've just had a big moment in there where we nearly ended up on the roof. Just a disaster today, unfortunately. I don't know. That's the way it goes, isn't it?
It can't be a complete disaster halfway down. You've still got a long way to go.
Well, let's hope so, but yeah. Cheers. All right, see you later.
John Ballinger and Mike Wilding had found the opening stages tricky, but stage 4 was another matter indeed, enjoying the stage and reaching the end in 4th place, second in the class.
John, right, great result our last time out.
Yes, we're not going quite so well this morning, bit slippy on the first 2, like, and
it's not quite your backyard, this one.
That was good, that was, though. I love that stage. Since Malcolm's done something to the surface, it's brilliant.
A change of tyres for this loop helps a little for Alan McDowell and Gavin Heseltine, feeling like it wasn't the best of runs this weekend so far, but it certainly wasn't going too bad at this stage, from the outside at least.
How are you doing after 4 stages, Alan?
The last 2 was better. The first 2 were awful with the wrong tyres and asymmetrics on we shouldn't have. So, but those 2 were better. Yeah.
4 more.
Yep, looking forward to it.
Greg and Chris McKnight unfortunately drop a few places in this loop, ending stage 4 in 6th. But the pair still lead the B10 class on their first visit to these stages.
Greg, we're hearing it's pretty slippery in there.
It's very slippy, especially in the braking points. It's really challenging, definitely. But a good stage, nice fast stage that. So quite enjoying it. This is the first time doing the Malcolm Wilson, so it's all a new experience.
Well, you got some great stages on the way. Good luck.
Thank you.
Another crew out this weekend for their first visit to the Malcolm Wilson Rally with Jake Scannell and Adrian Stevens. The pair finding the stages daunting, but happy for their first time here.
You happy?
Yeah, really happy. Yeah, it's brilliant. Yeah, first time up here, and yeah, we're really enjoying it. Finding it a bit daunting the first couple of stages, a bit frightening, but yeah, no, it's great. Yeah,
iconic stages on the way next.
Yes, I know. Cheers.
A slow start for David Dobson and Phil Sandham puts them in a chasing position. These stages better though. The pair lead the way in the H2 class.
David, interesting 4 stages?
Yeah, first 2 weren't so good. The second one was slippy and I didn't get it together at all. He's used to these fast cars and fast drivers and he was calling them a bit quick for me.
Yeah.
But that was better, apart from I hope you didn't have a camera on the last hairpin there, because we lost it. So.
Bit of fun, was it?
Yeah, it's fun, but...
Good luck for the next 4.
Yeah, thank you, Paul.
Rhys Yates and Phil Hall would be another pair thankful of the less slippery conditions in the 4th stage. And with more room to throw the car around, they end the morning in 9th.
4 stages done, are you happy with how it's gone in there?
Yeah, that's a great stage. Stage 4, definitely. Nice and wide open. Great, very good.
And rounding out the top 10 was Simon Tuckman and Sean Hughes. No major problems to report, although they were thankful just to be here after a few close calls.
4 stages down hard work, is it?
That one was. No, that was better flowing than the other one. The first couple were really rough. I couldn't get into any rhythm, it was just floating. We had a couple of near-offs, but we're still here, still smiling and enjoying it.
Near being the operative word, you've got 4 more.
4 more, and I'm going to look forward to it. Thanks very much.
In the classes outside of the top 10, it will be 12th for Tony Simpson and Ian Bevan, leading the way in the N3 class as the only runners. Barry Jordan and James Grattan-Smith have a good clean run in the Avenger to lead the H1 class and 13th overall as well. A bent steering arm in the 2nd stage of the day meant things were not going so well for Brad Axon and Jonathan Shearing, but if they could continue, 3rd in the B10 class was theirs for now. However, it would be bad luck for James Hutchings and James Hood. They clip a bank in stage 4 and break a ball joint. Luckily with a spare on board, they were able to repair and continue, and fair play for that, although they lose their 3rd in class to Axon. Dave Forrest and Charlie Carter were also having problems, but for them, it would be sliding off the stage and having to be dragged back on by spectators. Luckily, they still managed to hold 2nd in the H2 class. Sadly, we lose Kit and Tim Lee in these stages, this season not going well. This time they suffer engine problems on the Fiesta. And we'd also lose Steve Dealey and Alan Proudman when the clutch fails on the car after stage 4. For Tony Williams and Karen Phelps, it will be engine problems seeing their rally end early in stage 2. So as the crews head to service, the results are looking like this. Paul Bird and Matthew Robinson still have the lead in their respective categories, but they are far from safe just yet, still a long way to go. After service, it's a long drive out for 2 stages in the infamous Grisdale Forest. And the big news coming from these stages would be the change in the lead. Ewan Thorburn and Richard Cook posting a fantastic time through the pair of stages to take a 29-second lead.
You were an astonishing fight back there.
Yeah, it was good. Obviously, we were quite rusty this morning, and 2nd stage we had a stall and just couldn't really get our head into it. But yeah, this afternoon it's come together and it was really good. So.
Paul Bird and Aled Davies just didn't have an answer to the pace from Thorburn, our 2013 champion. They put in a fantastic time themselves though, and end this loop in 2nd, with a good advantage in that place too.
Paul, you've run truly in the thick of that fight.
Yeah, we seemed to lose a lot of time there. We've gone from being a 2nd a mile faster to being 4 seconds a mile slower in Grisdale, which is mysterious, but I drove it really well. Best I've ever driven Grisdale, so I didn't put a foot out of flying, but I can't answer to that. I just haven't got that pace.
And luck seemed to be on the side of Jim McNeil and Tony Bassett this weekend. They move up to 3rd overall. Sadly, that wasn't to last. They would retire soon afterwards. Stephen Petch and Ian Windrus were getting into the groove a little more now in this car. These stages suiting it a lot more with its technical corners and not so many straights. They move their way up to 4th place now and no doubt gain a little more confidence that they and the car have what it takes to get the results.
5 right over crest, tight, and 6 left plus half long, don't cut. And flat 3 right over small crest, into flat 1 left plus, 100 over small crests flat, 2 left half long, don't cut, 40 down, care 5 left, slowing 6 right plus.
Stephen, tough day in the office.
Yeah, it's not been the best so far. That last stage is probably the best stage we've had all day, to be honest. We had a spin, a slight stall on the stage, the first Grisdale stage, which held us up a bit, but we're still here.
Sadly for Dave Weston and Kirsty Riddick, it would be a puncture slowing their advance up the results. They dropped to 5th, but remain close to the fight up ahead.
Dave, 2 left, you're still fighting.
We had a puncture in the 5th stage quite early on and lost a lot of time there. Got to the end, got it changed. Then we caught a car in the 6th stage as well, so we lost a bit of time there. Followed it for about a mile and a half. So.
For Charlie Payne and Carl Williamson, it will be 6th. But with the car not behaving as it should in those stages, it will be retirement when they arrive back into service. The pair not making it out for the final stages of the day.
Charlie, what's the story on the last few?
I think we've got a broken drive shaft or there's something wrong, so I think we're out, to be true.
Over.
Yeah. There's something wring, whether it's in the transmission or I think it's a drive shaft into the transmission that's gone, so we'll have a quick look at it here, but I don't think we'll be back out. I think this will be the end of it for us.
So for now, at least it will be 7th for Luke Francis and John Roberts. But they hadn't been without problems themselves. 2 punctures in these stages and damage to the steering from a big rock.
Luke, you're still hanging in there?
Yeah, we're still hanging on here. We've had major problems this afternoon. We've had 2 punctures on the first Grisdale stage due to a battery-sized rock being in the middle of the road over a crest. It's caused damage to the steering of the car, and we're just hanging on here really.
Russ Thompson and Andy Murphy have a great run through Grisdale to take the Group N lead. An advantage in that class of 17 seconds now.
Flat crest jump, into flat jump, 130 bumpy, small jump, 40 slowing, 3 left, into 6 left over crest, slowing, 40 crest immediate, square left, 80. 6 right long, don't cut, 40 slowing, left into crest immediate, 1 right half long, drop outside, crest immediate, 1 right long, drop outside, 40, 5 right, into 6 left over bump, 30, 3 right in, 40, 5 left, 30, 3
Still
right.
pushing.
Yeah, we had a good run through there. I think we've got in the lead of Group N now, so.
You said earlier you still had some to give. Do you still have some to give now?
Not as much now.
And it's a place gain for Wayne Sisson and Neil Shanks. They move up into 9th and 3rd in the B13 class.
How's the latter part of the day going with this new car?
Yeah, good. We had a good run through Grisdale, so just need to get it home now. Yeah.
2 more to do that with. It's still nice and clean.
It is, yeah. We've got a bit of a battle going on, so we'll see how we can get on these next 2.
Pushing?
Yeah, we're going to have a go, aren't we?
Thompson's move into the Group N lead up ahead means it's 2nd in that class now for Tom Norton and Andy Mort. Still close enough to change, but there will be a lot to do in just 2 more stages.
Well, given last time out, this has to be a result so far. 2 stages left.
Yeah, 2 stages left. I think we've dropped a bit to Russ on that last one there, about 14 seconds or so. But it's been a good battle and we've really, really enjoyed it. So, and at least we're still here. So yeah, we're quite happy at the moment. Yeah.
Enjoy the last 2.
Thanks very much.
Unfortunately, we lose Jamie Anderson and John Scott. They stop in stage 6 after a day of trying to get to grips with the setup on that new Mitsubishi WRC. And we'd lose Aaron McClure and Elliot Edmondson when they go off on stage 6 after breaking the suspension on the Evo. If you thought the stages in Grisdale were hard work in a modern world rally car, then spare a thought for those in the Silver Star, as Matthew Robinson and Kim Baker continue to wrestle the historic Escort around these stages to keep the lead in that category. A lead of just over a minute now.
Slowing 49 right half long into 9 left half long. So there's your 9 right half long into 9 left. 9 left half long into 7 right long opens into 3 right long 40. 1 right over crest into 3 left half long through dip into 7 right. So 7 right coming, And 4 left over crest.
Are you happy with how it's gone today, Matthew?
Yeah, it's going real well. I thoroughly enjoyed it, actually. I forgot there was many turns in Grisdale. Christ, I've drunk a full bottle of water when I came. I had a right sweat on. Yeah, it was good fun, is that. It was, me and Kim, we both said that, yeah, them 2 stages down there, they're worth the run out, definitely. Yeah, it was good fun.
Boyd Kershaw and Mark Fisher have a good clean run also in their escort through these 2 stages. Really starting to get back in the groove a little more as the stages go on. They lead the way in the B11 class in 2nd overall.
6 right tight through dip. And 3 right, don't cut. 2 left long over small crest. Into double caution, 5 left tightens. Double caution, 5 left tightens. And 3 right tightens into square right, deceptive slippy. And 4 left over small crest tightens into 5 left over finish. 40, 1 left, 60. That's it. Well done, mate.
So, Boyd, tell us, have you thrown yourself back into this?
Well, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You found your rhythm again?
Yeah, it's been really good, actually. The stages are great, so it's been thrown around a bit. So, absolutely loving it. Yeah, really loving it. Not quite back to it, but like I said, the stages are awesome.
Unfortunately, we lose Pete Elkins and Andrew Jolt in dramatic fashion in these stages. They go off on stage 6, damaging the car quite badly. For John Ballinger and Mike Wilding, it will be promotion up to 3rd overall now. 2nd in the B11 class behind Kershaw, finding the stage's hard work, but enjoyable.
John, you weren't totally happy with things when we spoke to you earlier. Have things improved?
Yes, we had a reasonable run. To be honest, I could have done with being 20 years younger through those last 2 stages. I was shattered at the end of the 11-miler, like. But
good for getting your rhythm, though.
Oh yeah, great stages. I mean, it's a long way down there, but great stages. But hard work.
Things seemed to be going well for Greg and Chris McKnight at least. They lead the way in the B10 class and move up to 4th overall, although a slipping clutch was causing a little concern.
Greg, almost there. You battled through.
Almost. The clutch is slipping now, so hoping we're just going to limp to the end, but really enjoying it. Grisdale, lovely stages, really nice.
Iconic as well, these stages you've been doing today.
Yeah, brilliant.
Alan McDowell and Gavin Heseltine were settled into a comfy pace, not feeling that they were performing as well as they could this weekend, but happy enough to be lying in 5th at this stage.
How you been going on?
I don't think we've been having the best day. I haven't been setting the head on fire, but surviving.
Surviving. 2 more left. Is the plan just to survive those, or are you going to go for a last push?
No, we'll push to the end. We'll put the open tyres back on the back for Greystoke and give it a bit of a go.
Simon Tuckman and Sean Hughes make a good move up the results to lie in 6th place now, increasing the pace and trying to get the balance between fast and dangerous.
Eventful day for you so far?
Yeah, really enjoyed it. Yeah, those last 2 stages were absolutely brilliant. Just needs to be a little bit quicker, but without getting too dangerous.
Everybody's really enjoyed those last 2 iconic stages.
Yeah, well, that's what you come for, those 2 really, more than anything. They're just fantastic.
Paul Street and Jim Goodman have a good run over these stages, ending this loop in 7th place. Still getting used to the new car and looking to maintain its 100% finish record so far.
Paul, what's the story since we last spoke to you?
2 great stages when we went down to Grisdale. I've never done those before, so really enjoyed it. No mishaps or anything. Car's still in one piece. I think Gareth James built a great car. So far it's been, it should be 6 out of 6, hopefully, if we just go through the last 2.
Some wood there, you've got 2 left to go.
2 left to go, yeah. Looking forward to it, and back home then. Long drive home. Yeah, thank you.
Jake Scannell and Adrian Stevens will be suffering from a mysterious fuel problem at the end of this loop, causing some problems on the start line, but fine once they got the car moving. 8th place for the pair for now.
Getting towards the end of the day now, you happy?
Yeah, we're going all right. We had a problem on the last stage. We ran out of fuel on the line, so it's something to do with the fuel evaporating in the carburetor. But apart from that, we enjoyed it once we got it going. But really good, good stages. But
Cheers.
And still fighting their own battle in the N3 class. It will be a move up to 9th place overall for Tony Simpson and Ian Bevan in the Fiesta. Barry Jordan and James Grattan-Smith continue their clean and tidy run to move up into 10th place, leading the way in that H1 class.
Barry, everything gone well so far?
Yeah, it's going well. Yeah, it's good. Yeah.
2 left, but that actually is quite a way at this event.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Still a long way to go, so fingers crossed we'll be there at the end.
And no more off-road excursions for Dave Forrest and Charlie Carter in this loop. But thanks to problems for others, they step up to take the lead in the H2 class. And on the receiving end of some of those problems were David Dobson and Phil Sandham, now second in the H2 class thanks to some time spent beached on a bank. With a few changes to the results, it will be a step up to second in the B10 class for Philip Clark and Stanley Graham. Survival through the slippery stages earlier on in the day was paying off. And problems for Rhys Yates and Phil Hall as they go off the road in stage 6 and lose a few minutes. They lie third in the B10 class now. So with just 2 more stages to go, anything is possible. And one thing is for sure, nobody will be backing off. On to those 2 final stages then here at the Malcolm Wilson stages, and a repeat of 2 of the day's earlier stages. Sadly, the earlier problems mean it's a 14th place finish for David Dobson and Phil Sandham. The pair do claim some H2 class points though. Philip Clark and Stanley Graham continue their steady run to end the event 3rd in the B10 class and 12th overall. Rhys Yates and Phil Hall managed to gain a little time back after their problems in stage and finished 2nd in the B10 class, 11th overall on the leaderboard. On to the top 10 overall then, and it will be 10th for Dave Forrest and Charlie Carter, taking the H2 class victory, something that they probably never expected after they're off on stage 2. Barry Jordan and James Grattan-Smith once again proved the reliability of that Avenger with a great 9th place finish and H1 class victory too. Tony Simpson and Ian Bevan only had to finish for the N3 class win, and they did just that, claiming 8th overall in the process. Jake Scannell and Adrian Stevens enjoy a good run over the remaining 2 stages to take away 7th place and 4th in the H3 class. Simon Tuckman and Sean Hughes have a trouble-free and enjoyable run this weekend to eventually finish up 6th overall, taking 2nd in the B11 class. Paul Street and Jim Goodman indeed make it 6 finishes from 6 starts for the Escort, taking a fantastic 5th overall in the process of that record. They may not have felt that they were setting the world alight, but it was a good run for Alan McDowell and Gavin Hesseltine this weekend, 4th overall and 2nd in that H3 class. Sadly, we lose John Ballinger and Mike Wilding, the drive shaft snapping on the car in stage 7. Despite a slipping clutch, it will be a podium here this weekend then for Greg and Chris McKnight on their first outing in the BTRDA, showing great pace and promise as well for future rounds. Boyd Kershaw and Mark Fisher have a good run over the final 2 stages. Of course, Boyd's first return to the stages in over 2 years and Mark's local event, making it to the end 2nd in the Silver Star. A great result for them. The gap may have been a minute and a half, but it does look promising for a good fight in the Silver Star this year.
And 3 right, don't cut. Into double caution, slowing crest long into 5 left, turn hairpin right into yard. Turn 5 left, hairpin right. 60, hairpin left. Get around. Hairpin left, 40, turn 6 right. Into finish, 6 left, don't cut. Yeah! That's better.
But that does mean that it's a return to the championship and a return to winning ways for Matthew Robinson and Kim Baker here at round 2. Good pace all day and minimal mistakes, although there were a few. Give the pair a good lead at the finish.
7 left, slippy, long. caution, crest long into 7 left. To 7 left into hairpin right. 60, hairpin left round barrier. 40. Turn 8 right. Into 8 left. Nice work. You enjoyed that, didn't you?
So before we chat to Matthew and Kim, let's have a look at the final Silver Star leaderboard.
Matthew, Kim, the conditions were less than ideal out there, and you did hump a tree or something halfway through. But you know, it went well. You've come out on top.
Yeah, no, I don't know if conditions were that. That's rallying, isn't it? And we thoroughly enjoyed our day. We've just come through Greystocks, and it was rutted up, and it was really gnarly in a lot of corners. And we came out of there, we were 1 second slower, and we could have turned and gone again. We loved it. Yeah, that's what rallying's all about, isn't it?
Kim, it must take more than one event to get back in the saddle with this guy, because he just goes hell for leather.
Well, I think we've proved it today. I don't think we've done too bad for a fat lad from Ripon.
Humping trees, fat lad from Ripon. You don't get interviews like you do with Matthew Robinson, do you? Matthew, Kim, well done. Silver Star victors at round 2. It starts here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Boyd, Mark, fantastic results today. Boyd, back in the championship after 2 years out, you didn't expect to be on the podium straight away, did you?
Yes, I did, yeah. No. No, not at all. We were just trying to get used to the car, really.
Have you changed much in the time it's been away?
No, it's been sitting in my garage for 2 years, so no, nothing's changed. Just what's between the ears, I think.
Mark, he's done a good job today. Is this a stand-in job for you, or will you be here at next round?
No, it's a standing job for Paul. It's my local event, and I was desperate to get a seat on it. And luckily, Brian had decided to get married, so the seat was available.
We'll have to see about standing, mate. I'll have to talk to Brian.
But no, guys, great result, and it's looking good for the championship to have a bit of a fight on our hands as well.
He's unstoppable, isn't he, Robbo? But,
so far.
So far, yeah. No, well, you know, we've got lots more to learn, so we'll come back and give it heaps in Somerset.
Well done, and well done on your local event.
Thank you.
Greg, 3rd place after a tough day's rally, and that's good going.
Oh, it was certainly a tough day, definitely. The clutch was slipping in the last 2 stages quite bad, so we're glad to get to the end, but if we've done 3rd, that's even better, and I think we're 1st in class as well. So.
I know going into the final too, you were just concentrating on coasting home pretty much with that clutch, so, you know, it's a good day's rallying.
Oh, definitely. It's just glad we got to the end, and obviously getting the win's a bonus as well, so yeah, chuffed.
Can we see you back out for future rounds?
Yep, definitely, yep, think so.
Good to hear it, well done today, great result.
Thanks.
Could our Silver Star champion have a fight on his hands in 2015? Well, Boyd Kershaw, after 2 years out of the seat, needs to get used to the car again. Well, if he hasn't done that already, I'm looking forward to the fight in Somerset. I'm sure you are as well here in the Silver Star. It's Gold Star next. Let's see who came out on top.
Apart from a couple of punctures, David and Anne-Marie Crozier enjoyed a good run this weekend. They might not have been fighting for the top of the class, but it was the co-driver's first time in the forests. And one of the best results here for David as well in the older Evo. Peter Stevenson and Chris Williams managed to get themselves up into the top 10 at the end of the event this weekend. Struggling all day with intercom problems though once again. For Dylan Davies and Leon Williams, it will be another day of learning. They get themselves up into 9th overall though and round out the podium in the B13 class. Sadly for Tom Norton and Andy Mort, the early lead in the Group N battle had been lost in Grisdale, and that's how it would stay. 8th place overall and 2nd in the class. Luke Francis and John Roberts end the event in 7th. Punctures earlier in the event didn't help their overall fight, but 2nd in the B13 class would be a good start to the championship this season. A push in the middle loop of stages was enough to gain Russ Thompson and Andy Murphy the Group N lead, and they held on to that for the rest of the rally. Maximum class points here this weekend and 6th overall. A great run in the new car for Wayne Sisson and Neil Shanks sees them end the event 5th overall. And of course the pair take the B13 class win here at the 2nd round. A great afternoon too for Stephen Petch and Ian Windrus means they end the event in 4th. But importantly, After a close battle for that final step on the podium, they miss out on third by just 4 seconds at the end of 7 stages. Things were starting to hot up for them in the Fiesta.
40, caution, 4 right plus long, tightens late, and 3 left slowing, and down, care, 5 left plus in maybe, narrow, and 6 right up, into 5 left long, and turn square right on crest. Flat 130. Care, 2 left over crest, flat, and keep right, 2 right in, 2 left long down, and tidy 5 right. Into narrow, 3 left plus up.
And in that third place were Dave Weston and Kirsty Riddick. The puncture in stage 5 had lost them any chance of fighting for victory, but the pace was good on these stages when they were having a clean run. Sadly, there was nothing Paul Bird and Aled Davies could do in the final stages to take back that lead. Under pressure a little from the times being posted by Thorburn, which was causing a few mistakes. They finished the event second, but of course a fantastic haul of points towards their championship campaign, which started so well at round 1. But that does mean that Ewan Thorburn and Richard Cook keep hold of that lead that they gained in Grisdale and even extended it, taking the win here by 46 seconds. Fantastic pace from our 2013 champion once the cobwebs had been blown off. So before we chat to Ewan and Richard, here's a reminder of the final results.
Ewan, Richard, victory at the Malcolm Wilson. Ewan, you won the championship 2 years ago in a car just like this.
Yeah.
That's the pace that won you it.
Yeah, it's been good. We were obviously a bit rusty this morning, not been in the car for so long, but yeah, new co-driver in Richard and a new car. I've never driven this one before, so it was all a bit steep learning curve this morning, but yeah, really enjoyed it. Stages are always awesome. Richard done a brilliant job, so couldn't have worked out any better, so yeah, delighted to get a win.
Richard, you know this car quite well. You know, you've been in this car quite a few times, but what a result today. This guy must be something to sit next to.
Yeah, I think the big thanks must go to Paul Ben, who's lent us the car for the day, but the only stipulation was that I came with it. So that's a well done to Ewan for having me on the day. And
I was hoping to pick up some some development from you being in the car, but he said I'm about 4 seconds a mile slower than you, and even with the same co-driver.
I don't want to go that fast again. He's driven superbly.
I think Ewan wants to go that fast again, but in the new car.
Yeah, that's it. No, we'll see what happens after here, but no, I really enjoyed today, so again, like Richard says, thanks Paul Ben for putting it together, so brilliant.
Fantastic result, guys. Well done. Victory.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Dave Kirsty, it wasn't all your way today. It was a bit of a tough one for you, wasn't it? But here you are, podium.
Yeah, we struggled a bit. Found the first few stages slippy, but a puncture in the 5th stage, lost a lot of time there. Caught a car in the 6th stage, lost a bit there as well, but we made it back up in the last 2, and well, we're here now in 3rd.
Guess a bit of a Scottish takeover on the podium on this one.
Yeah, Ewan's done really well, so you know we've all done well.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
The fight's on for the championship, isn't it? It's only round 2, but you've got to have your eyes on that already.
Yeah, it should be a good season, but well done to Ewan as well.
Paul Bird's 2nd place may not have been what he wanted, but it does keep him in the lead of the championship, and Dave Weston's 3rd place today means 2nd in the title race after round 2. Consistency already starting to show, with Dylan Davies and Pete Smith up in the top of the points at this stage.
What a finish here at round 2. 2013 BTRDA champion Ewan Thorburn returning and showing us the pace that got him that title in a similar car to the one that he won it in as well at Cambrian in that year. Remember that fight? Well, it looks like we might have one of those in our hands this year as well. Paul Bird keeping his title dream alive this early on in the season. Round 3 could be anybody's. Special stage will be there as the 2015 REIS Ravenel BTRDA Rally Championship continues. We'll see you then.
Right plus in and 6 right continues over 10.